at our new club. What a goal. That is 1-0. That is what we want to see.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome to the first episode here as part of Borderline Glory. It's the Football Manager 2026 challenge here on the Matov FM channel, and we said in that introduction video that came out yesterday that we would be picking a club from Germany for this challenge. Now, if you're not aware of this challenge and what we're doing, is where we can only go to bordering countries for our next club looking to win as many trophies as possible. We said we'd start in Germany. We've gone all the way down to the 3rd division, and we've gone for 1860 Munchen. We have picked rivals with Bayern Munich, lots of history, but they are a bit of a fallen giant. If we go and take a look here, I am still getting a bit used to what's going on in FM26. We did do a stream at the just now, literally just before this video. We have already played a few games. If we go and take a look here at the where would it be? It's in the history. If I can find that, is it on the club site here? It is there, or it was there. There it is, club history. We'll take a look. 9 honours they have won. They have won a Bundesliga, 2 DFB Pokals, but in recent times it's not been too good for them, really. It could have been a lot better, but it's not been, optimal for them. I don't know why it shows 2 graphs there. It does show one for Munchen, which is I don't even know. It shows the triangle there, but then it's not showing us. Anyway, they've won quite a few trophies in their time. A Bundesliga, obviously very notable, but they've never been able to really get to the same level as Bayern Munich. And as part of our time here, hopefully we can go and restore them to a bit of a good position, and then if we move on, at least we know we've got them into a position where hopefully they can go and elevate. Now, how that'll work, maybe we go and make some signings, some young players, go and get them into a good foundation to be able to go and potentially challenge Bayern Munich in the future. But we are here with this club. It's looking very, very interesting. We have already played a few games in that stream, as I was on about. It's been 2 draws from 2 games. I was getting a bit of a feel for what's going on in this new game, and you will have to bear with me a little bit, just as with everyone who is getting on the game. But we have 2 games coming up today. The first against Alemannia Aachen, and then we play against Stuttgart's B team, I believe, or yeah, that's what you would call it, the B team, who are currently in, is it in the cup? No, it isn't in the cup. They're in 5th. That's where they are, as you can see right there. So 5th and 6th we play today. The game is looking very, very good. I think the match engine's really good. The UI, I really like the colours and what's going on. It is a bit complicated to get around, but overall looking very, very interesting. It's a new challenge, which is definitely good. And one thing that I'm a real big fan of is these new tactics, the in possession and out of possession tactics. Now, what I'm trying to go for here is kind of a 3-4-3. I'm really trying to work on it, because back in the day, if you go to when we used to manage with Real Sociedad, I believe this was the tactic that I used, or it might have been another club, a 3-4-3 in possession. This is how it's looking, so we kind of have a 3 at the back, but I'm just still trying to work on it. I used to have it really nailed on. It was the first tactic I kind of mastered, lots of triangles and stuff going on, but it is kind of working out well at the moment. After this game coming up, we will have the data hub, so we will see how it's going there. This is how we are out of possession, and it's really, really interesting to see all these things we can do. I mean, just in possession tactics, what we can do in the the back, in the final third, and then in the midfield as well, and then out of possession, what we can do in all the different areas. It is very, very interesting. We are struggling a little bit with a few things. We have had 2 1-1 draws. We have been struggling a little bit defensively, particularly in the width. Maybe it's to do with the transition, and then also as well our shots have been, we've had a lot of chances but we've just not been taking them. Why that is, we'll obviously have to figure out, but it's been very, very interesting start. We've come to a very historic club here, and it's going to set us up for a very interesting start to Borderline Glory over the next few days. Maybe some more streams, definitely more videos. Stick around for that. We're going to get straight into it. Our first game here on Football Manager 26 on the Matov FM channel, and we are coming up against Alemannia Aachen. It's 1860 Munchen who we start with. So the team for this game, against Alemannia Aachen. We are missing a few players out through injury, looking nice and colourful here. This new UI we're gonna go on the combined tactic. Yeah, that looks a bit more appealing there for presenting this lineup. We've got Volath in goal, we've got Verlat, Voet, Dulic at the back, we've got Jakob, Jacobson, Christiansen and Schrotter in the midfield, Horgan on the left, Philip on the right and Niederlechner up top. As we get underway here in this game, hopefully we can get the first win of the season for us. It's going to be very interesting to see what we can go on and do. The match engine and what we're actually seeing in games looks absolutely incredible. As expected, it is looking so realistic for a game like Football Manager, and it's just an incredible advancement really as we go 15 minutes into this game. Not really too much going on, the data not in as of yet, and there's not really much to report on here. I don't know why the stats aren't coming up. You've got to remember we are still in the beta. You'll see in the bottom left here, you might be able to, that it is still only the beta and we can still report bugs, but it's nice to finally have this game and it's good to be back. Here is a ball over the top to Philip. Can it go into the inside channel? It's going to go all the way. It goes across the face of goal. Now this is the thing we have been struggling with. I just feel like we're so wasteful. We have chances like that. We've been particularly good with playing balls out wide, which is really what we want to do. We have players running in through the channels. There's so many new roles in the game this year, but when it comes to actually getting the shot away, a little bit wasteful. I think we have really good attackers and it's just not working out for us at the moment, trying to find the balance of what exactly we want. It's just quite hard at the moment, but I'm sure we will get there. Look at the stadium, by the way, that we are playing in. The backing here in Germany is absolutely incredible for the third division. This is an away game for us. What I've noticed so far is that this league is very, very physical, and I'm sure you can expect that really, but Germany are a very proud and have lots of history in the sport of football, and we'll definitely be able to demonstrate it here in the third league. Hopefully we can go for a promotion this season, but it's just about finding our feet first of all on the game, but also in the challenge, and that is what is important for us here in our time with 1860 Munchen, as we do concede there. Really poor at the back, you know, the organisation is all over the place there. I think we've got centre backs trying to step up and it's just not worked out for us in the end there really. As you can see here, when we're out of possession we are having in possession I should say, the wide centre backs, but here it's just standard centre backs. It's a 3 at the back, which should make it really secure, but it's not worked out for us there. A bit of disorganisation. Maybe we need to go a little bit wider there. We can definitely try that because we do have pressing fullbacks, but it's just strange at the moment really. The tactic is still getting familiar. We did have a bit of a weird pre-season. I would argue not enough of a pre-season. I don't know what was going on there really, but luckily we've managed to do alright. At least we've not lost games. This club was very demoralised when we came, and it was a struggle to get that morale up, so picking up some points has definitely been important. As we go into this second half, we're going to have to fire up the team. As I've said there, more possession. I actually do think this is something that the tactic may need. Just being able to have a bit of confidence on the ball. We are trying to be a bit more creative, but just retaining that ball a little bit more could be a lot more useful for us than maybe just trying to be super creative and find those balls. But we do have a nice position here. It goes into the midfield. It's Jacobson running through and he has the shot. It just goes over the bar in the end there, but it's a lovely bit of play, working through those channels and, you know, just progressing that ball. It's what we want to see. We want to have some of these guys going create chances themselves, not rely too much on tactic. If they have to, you know, if they see a moment, go and take it, and that is what we're trying to do, really create a nice bit of attacking football. What a ball that is over the top. It's not able to reach striker, but Jacobson running through again, and he puts that shot over, and I don't know what it is, we can't stop putting shots over. We get into really good positions, progress the ball really well. It just doesn't come away for us. It's so frustrating in the end really. You can tell we're doing alright when we are getting those chances. We are on key highlights. There is a new dynamic highlights mode, but I'm not using that. May use it for stuff like the cups, which is said to be good for that, because it adds like more highlights at the end of the final, creating more suspense and stuff like that. But it feels like it might give you a bit of a wrong idea of what's going on with your team, as we do concede here. It is a rough start, not the start we wanted here on the game. Our first Football Manager video back in such a long time, as we go 2-0 down. I think I'm going to make some early changes. I think I'm going to bring Niederlechner off. Volland is injured. He has been playing there quite a lot. That is the Kevin Volland, by the way, which is quite crazy. I don't know, is he still injured? I think I might be able to bring him on, because he might have just recovered in time for this game. I'm not really too sure. There is a lot going on, so it is quite tough to follow what is happening. I do want to bring on Pfeiffer into this position, but for some reason he's not actually like too good at playing it. Like when he goes to a winger, he can't seem to do it. Maybe if I pull him back here and then just make him super attacking, it might be able to do that. I don't know if he can. Yeah, we'll put him as a playmaking midfielder or winger. I think that's more makes sense for him. Give him a bit more of a free role. The free role is a thing that is in the game this year, which is very, very interesting. Maybe something we can go on and utilise. There is no touchline shouts. We quite literally cannot do anything if we need to get these boys worked up, but they will be frustrated. The morale will be a bit shaky at the moment without a win in the first 3 games. It is a bit frustrating for them, but if we remain patient, stick to the tactic, I am quite believing in it. If it doesn't, then that's 2 out of 2 times I've tried to implement it and it just hasn't worked. Maybe it's time to give up on it, but maybe if we nail it, it can work. We'll have to see. That's a lovely ball into the inside channel. The ball goes in, and I don't know how that's not gone in. It looked like it went in there, but you can see what we're trying to do there. Work it into the channels, just drill it into the middle, force it into tough positions for the opposition, and getting those shots away. Luckily, we finally got a shot on target away, but it was not meant to be there for Kevin Volland in the end. He's played for some top clubs, many goals scored in his career, and he's decided to come here. Honestly, credit to him. Here is Philip into Horgan, turns his man, could be in behind here, and he's hit the post. It has gone in, and we have got a goal here in this game. Could the comeback be on in our first game back on the channel? It's 80 minutes gone, the score 2-1. I mean, if we can take another point, then that would be good. It looks like the momentum is starting to shift towards us a little bit, is it? It is here at the end of the game, but for most of the game, does not look like we've been out of it. It looks like the touchline tablet is a little bit broken, but we're going to go into added time here. Maybe we have not done enough to take away a point in this game. We'll have to see if there's one final chance. It does not look like it. The full-time whistle goes. That is a very frustrating game for us there, and hopefully we can recover in time for that Stuttgart game. So the team for this game against the Stuttgart B team, we've made a few changes. We've still got Vollath in goal, a backline of Verlat, Voet, Dulic. We've also got Jacobson, Christiansen. We've got Jacob on the left, Schroeter on the right. We've got Philip and Niederlechner, who drops back a little bit, and then Volland, who is up top. And it's kick-off here in this game against Stuttgart. Some talents for the future, definitely in this Stuttgart team. But so in ours, and we really want to go and demonstrate it. This would be a very statement win if we can go on and get it. I don't know what is going on with the match stats. I would appreciate seeing them, to be honest. But obviously we're still in the beta. There is quite a few problems from what I'm seeing, but I'm quite optimistic that it is going to go well for us. Maybe we need a bit more of a press here going on. If we did have that, maybe we would probably have more possession, because obviously in those little gaps where we could have won it back but we don't, that would account for maybe 5% of possession that we could go on and pick up. It's worked around, luckily it's put wide there. We've got to be doing better, really. I think maybe it probably is just a press. I'm thinking in my mind, we want a bit more tighter marking, but it might just come down to that. Here's Niederlechner. He's in a good position here. It's a poor ball in the end. One thing I did want to implement into the tactics, which I think I'll go and do in a minute, is maybe it is the channel midfielder role that we need to utilise a bit more. I kind of want a player to be like on the edge of the box as an option. Here's Jacob in behind. He's going to get the shot away. It does go in, but it is offside in the end. Now, I'm not too sure how that would work really, because how I want it to be is the winger's obviously there, then we kind of have these moving in, but we kind of want a triangle between the forward, the winger who's come inside, and then the wing back there who's playing the ball in. I don't know how you would do it. Would you have it maybe as a second striker potentially? I think we'll try with 2 channel midfielders and see how that goes. It could definitely work. I just don't want them to get too advanced. I don't know if there's a specific instruction we can set for them to do that. I kind of want them on the edge of the box, if that still counts. as a channel. We'll have to see. I mean, if we move it off there, does it become not a channel midfielder anymore? It won't let us do that. I don't know if it says, can it say where we leave them? I'm not too sure. It doesn't look like it. I don't know if we can move this. It does say where we can cross it, but not particularly where we want to leave it. Maybe towards where they dribble, like that position there could be ideal potentially. We'll leave it for now to see if the channel midfielder role will be good for us, but it doesn't look like anything really we can do there necessarily that will change how it goes. But we find ourselves on the ball here. We need to just retain a bit of possession here, build up maybe a little bit slower, bring the tempo down a little bit, but when we find that chance, just absolutely go for it. Worked out wide while there. Schroeder is advancing here. He gets past his man. He goes all the way. What a goal that is. That is an incredible goal, and the tactic is working out so well here at our new club. What a goal. That is 1-0. That is what we want to see. It might have felt a little bit forced to go out wide there, but that run, I mean, that is incredible to take on the man like that, right all the way to the near post. It makes a very awkward angle, and if he wanted to pull it back, we've absolutely overloaded that. Maybe too many in the middle there, but it just creates it's a psychological effect as well, just having so much to consider of where it's going to go. He goes for the shot himself, and here he is again. He could go all the way again. It's into the hands of the Stuttgart goalkeeper, but that is a very good goal. I'm very, very pleased with that. It's a shame you can't wish any praise or anything, but I don't think it actually did anything, to be honest. But it was just nice for you to know that you've done that for them, and it might, if you know that when you scored a goal, your team scored a goal after you did it, you thought it was because of you. I guess not. We'll have to see. But 30 minutes in here, it's been a good start for us. I think we've played really, really well. I mean, obviously we're moving at a very fast speed here, but I think you can tell in the general shape we are going quite wide. In particular, I just think it's about creating as much of an overload as possible whilst being considerate of a potential turnover, and I think that's what this 3-back does. It's not something you tend to see too much. You kind of see inverted fullbacks, and I did try that at first, but it's not what I really want to go for, and it's not what we will be doing. Here's Philip with a shot. 2-0 here in this game, and that is so much better, to be fair. Off that right side, it's not even the widest player. Niederlechner has come off the wing. As you can see there, we obviously have our right back, but Niederlechner, when we are out of possession, is going as like a tracking back winger, staying wide, and then obviously the wing backs will drop back. He's come inside into that channel position, played the ball, and it's a very good finish into that position. His other, what would it be? So we've got so we have the players in the middle, the wingers. It's gone to the other winger when we're out of possession, and that is just a very good goal. We can be very, very happy with that, and it looks like we will be getting our first win of the season. If this continues, that will move us up to in the table. You cannot look anymore whilst you're in the game. There's no like touchline tablet to click, as far as I'm aware, which is a bit of a shame. What a goal that is. That is incredible. Philip with another one in this game. He's had a bit of a switch in position. That is an incredible goal, and we are 3-0 up now in this game. Where do we move up to? Let's have a look. We are into 13th, but 3-0 up. This will do the world of good for our confidence, and as well we can go and take a look when we wrap up the episode at our data hub. Hopefully there's an average position thing coming up there. I would like to have seen it, to be honest, because it is a bit frustrating that it isn't there, but maybe not. We'll have to see what's going on with that. But very, very happy with this. We probably should go and make some early changes, maybe get some confidence in some of the other boys. It's been a bit of a quiet game for the likes of Volland. Even Jacob has had a bit of a quiet game, which is the same old Jakob on that left hand side, but it's been all down that right side mainly where the action has come from, and if it's going to come from there in this game, then we can't complain. Ball over the top. Philip is in for his hat-trick here. It's over the bar. An offside flag up on this near side. 55 minutes gone. Might as well go and make the early changes. We're going to bring Jakob off. I'm going to bring do we bring Horgan on there? I'm going to bring Denise on, and then I'll bring Horgan in at striker. I don't know why. Pfeiffer is a very good player, but he just doesn't want to play that. Or actually, I'm going to go with Hobbs in at striker, Horgan in there. I didn't see that there. It's a very interesting new UI we've got going in on. Everything's a little bit bigger. I am actually on the smallest text you can get, and it still looks like this. We're up to 13th place there, which is good. It's good to get this first win on the board, obviously, if everything goes well, and it's going to do the world of good for the morale. Everyone's going to be happy after this game, and it's just very, very good to see that we do have a tactic that is starting to gel a little bit. Maybe if we have to switch, we want to aim for that promotion spot, but if we can also nail on this tactic, it's one of those that if you can get it nailed on, you'll be absolutely safe. You know it inside out, and I would hope it's one that we can go and get nailed on, because it creates for very good football in my opinion. Very, very secure defensively football, but really creative, flowing, attacking football, so we can't complain about that really. That shot there rattles the post, and we are lucky to have not conceded really. We've got to be a little bit better with those balls in behind, but Stuttgart have absolutely not turned up in this game at all, which is quite surprising really, but we cannot complain as we approach 80 minutes gone in this game. A very, very good performance, the final few moments, and hopefully this momentum is going to continue now into the next few games we'll have coming up in the next few episodes. The next upload will be tomorrow after this one, so hopefully you're ready for that one. Many uploads coming up whilst his beta is out. Can we get a fourth goal? It goes in there. Nina Lechner is not able to score from that. Philip could have had his fourth goal and assist of the game. The full-time whistle goes, and that is a very, very good display, particularly in that first half there. So as we wrap up this episode here, we've come to the data hub, looking interesting, but there's no average position. You will remember last year I was such a big fan of that average position thing, particularly for tactics like this, because you really want to transition between those in and out of possession tactics. I guess you don't need it as much now with those new tactics, but it is a bit of a shame really that it's not there. But overall, a successful day. We move all the way up to 11th place, which we can be happy with. 2 goal difference as well, not too bad really. It shows that we've not been playing that bad at all. A bit unfortunate in some games. We do have some more coming up. We got Havels after, who are currently in 19th, and then Hansa Rostock, who are in, if we're going to take a look, 8th place, Hoffenheim 9th place, and then we've got Erzgebirge Aue, who are in 4th. So if we can get some wins in that game, then by next episode it looks like we could start to be in a bit of a better position and start to hopefully establish a challenge for a promotion spot. But if you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to go and join the Discord down below. More videos coming out this week. Hopefully you did enjoy that one. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you all again for another episode. Thank you. Bye bye.